Hello and welcome to UK Versus. So we have had just a massive amount of news drop, but let's not forget the first things that were dropped, and that is the Godzilla regional promos. The season 3 regional promos have been announced and they look amazing. It is such a cool approach from UVS to make these textless cards and allow us to just fully take in this amazing art. And I'm here to save you some intense reverse image searching and Googling and tell you exactly where that art is from. Mechagodzilla Kiryu. The quote comes from the 2002 Godzilla against Mechagodzilla movie. A new Godzilla is causing issue for Japan, so the JSDF construct a cyborg countermeasure using the original Godzilla's remains. However, Godzilla's soul is restless within the remains, so inhabits the machine, and the pilot must learn to find value in her own life as they fight against the new Godzilla. That sounds insane, and I do need to give that a watch. The Godzilla King of Monsters promo comes from the 1984 The Return of Godzilla movie, in which the Japanese government suppresses the news that Godzilla has returned, as political tensions between the US and the USSR. For those of us who haven't been around that long or are quite young, that is Soviet Russia, because this movie came out in the Cold War, and the Japanese government is trying to suppress the knowledge of Godzilla's return because both the US and the USSR are willing to bomb Japan just to stop Godzilla. And lastly, King Ghidorah, Emperor of the Cosmos, comes from the 1991 Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah movie. This movie's wild. Time travelers from the West come back to 1992 to warn Japan that Godzilla will cause a nuclear incident in the 21st century, and they suggest a way for the world to be rid of him forever. They intend to go back in time further to 1944 to the Ragu's Island, where Godzilla was first exposed to the radiation. Of the Bikini H bomb and became Godzilla from that cute little lizard. Upon completion of the task, the time travelers go back to 1992 and King Ghidorah appears, and the visitors' true plan has been discovered. They wanted to destroy Japan so it would not become a dominant economic force in the future, but luckily for Japan, Godzilla was still created and rises up to fight. This movie was so controversial when it came out. CNN did a story on it, and it became a controversial release because of the scenes of US soldiers being behind killings, and the fact that the Westerners were the antagonists, and the fact that it was the Westerners coming back to suppress Japanese uprising. I don't remember this, but I was only 3 when this movie came out. Did UVS know about the controversial nature of this movie? I'm going to say they probably didn't. They just saw cool art and went with the art. I think it's a cool talking point, and I really do love the art. But there's a little bit of history trivia for it. This was a very controversial movie. If you're wondering where the placement promos are from, my friend who got me all this information couldn't narrow it down exactly. If you take a look at the Godzilla Rage Across Time series, that's where you'll find the promo art for the placement promos, as well as the alternate art promos that we got seen on the loyalty shop. Very, very cool. This is such a cool adaptation of movies and comics into a nice meld of the IP. And it's very, very cool to have non-MHA promos for regional. As much as we love MHA, these are very, very cool. And even if people are not excited for these promos, no one's complaining because they just look great. I have seen multiple people say they now need to win regionals because they need these playmats and promos because they look so cool. Huge shout out to UVS for putting this together. This is going to be such a hype regionals, and I cannot wait to get to Sheffield in October and play and just see how this is going to go down. Did you know where these promos had come from? Is this the kind of content you enjoy? Will you be checking out these movies? Let me know if you do. I'm going to maybe give them a check. I'll maybe give them a look at myself, especially that last one, because I do love myself a political controversy. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
If you don't like and subscribe, this creeper will explode. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it. Good.